And that breaking news, a federal judge has overturned the murder conviction of Brendan Dassey.
Steve Shamraz is live in the newsroom with this latest news.
Shannon and Charles, this is the first domino to fall as the result of the making a murderer phenomenon. That, you'll remember, is the documentary highlighting perceived flaws in the murder trials of Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. U.S. Magistrate William Duffin issued this 90-some page ruling in just the last hour. He says Brendan Dassey should be released from prison in the next 90 days unless the state of Wisconsin wants to give him a new trial. Dassey was convicted in 2007 for his role in the murder of Teresa Halbach. Only 17 years old when he was found guilty, sentenced to life in prison. In the ruling today, Judge Duffin critical of the investigators and also of Dassey's attorney. He says Dassey's confession to detectives was coerced and involuntary, and his criminal defense was not adequate. He calls Dassey's conviction, quote, an extreme malfunction in the state criminal justice system. Those are the words of U.S. Magistrate William Duffin in his order today. So what happens now? Well, the state can appeal this ruling, in which case Dassey stays in prison pending that appeal. The state can retry Dassey, in which case Dassey once again remains in prison, or the state could decide to wash its hands of this, and Brendan Dassey would, after 10 years in prison, become a free man. We have reporters working on reactions to this ruling, any possible plans on the part of the state, the prosecutors, detectives here to see where they want to go next. We'll hopefully have more information on that part of the story coming up on Live at 5.
A lot of legal experts expect an appeal on this, but Steve, let's talk about the conviction being thrown out, but they're really going back to the interrogation, really the beginning of the investigation. That's where the questions are surfacing, right?
There were 4 times that Dassey was brought in an interrogation room in 48 hours. He was a minor. His parents were not present. Attorneys were not present. The words he said in those interrogations were used against him at trial. The judge here says that interrogation, where a confession was pulled out of him over the course of 4 days by detectives who told Dassey that they were on his side, that if he told the truth, nothing bad would happen to him, that he would be seen as the good guy in all of this. Those statements in those interrogation rooms, in the circumstances that they were given, that his parents were not there, he was a minor at the time, an attorney was not there in the room. This confession, if a new trial goes forward, there's going to be a big fight over whether or not those words in those interrogation rooms will be used against him.
And if those words can't be used, what will the retrial look like if there is a retrial? We are going to be working on this story. We appreciate the update, Steve. Thank you very much.